Hi there, today let's talk about When Evil Lurks, a 2023 Argentine supernatural psychological horror film, directed and written by Demian Rugna. This film achieved 99 from Rotten Tomatoes. Now let's see why this film has such a high rate and does it really deserve it? This film is a demon possession film and it came out with Exorcist on the same day. But seriously, it's more better than Exorcist. Although it has more violent, and I like it when it deals with paranoia. Because in The Exorcist, you exactly know who is the possessed person, you know it visually. But in this film, it's not necessarily like that. The possessed person can look completely normal, and sometimes, they are different, but it's not necessarily like this. Now, let's see what's the story about. The movie starts in a village, in a farm from a house that an obese man is possessed and his family is trying to keep him safe. Because there are some rules when you encounter a possessed man in this film. Actually, there are 7 rules, but for instance, one of them is you mustn't shoot the possessed man or hurt him. This demon is like a virus and it can spread among the others if they don't pay attention to the rules. The main character is Pedro and he believes God is dead. And this time in this film, God, religion, holy book are not going to help with anything. Pedro and his brother and another man named Luis decide to bring the fat possessed man far from the village and just leave him there to be far from them. But it was a big mistake. The possessing keeps spreading like a virus and no one was safe. Pedro decides to go and takes his children from his ex-wife and drive far enough from the evil and all possessed people. From now on, let's not talk about the story anymore. I prefer you watch it yourself. It's really worth watching. But let's talk about the Pedro character. This character has so many layers and I like to talk more about it. First of all, the demon needs to possess a lot of people to have a big army, then he can born. And mostly he infects the children. Why children? Because parents have more reaction when they see their children are being possessed by a demon. And one mistake, one breaking rule can bring lots of benefits for devil. And Pedro, he's a father. He really worries about his children. And he's really trying to keep his children safe and far from the evil. But he always has this fear in his mind. And as you know, demon feeds from the fear. Pedro is really trying hard to keep the children far from the evil, but his fear brings the demon with themselves. By passing the time, you will notice the film doesn't have a good ending. God is dead, religion is dead, hope is dead. So you will know the one who is gonna win the fight definitely is not Pedro. Ragnar really well directed this film. It has a lot of violence, a lot of tension, a lot of blood, a lot of dirt. And what I really liked about this film is that it has tension in each single scene. In some scenes it rises to the top and some scenes it has a mellow tension. About cinematography, it's mostly dark and based on the story plot it must be dark and without light. Because one of the 7 rules is that turn off your lights. Evils come where the shadows are. I really like to see more horror films like this, that they breaks the boundaries. It has violence against children, it has children possession, and the most important one, not having a happy ending. This is a unique horror film and it doesn't follow the cliche. That's why it got 99 from Rotten Tomatoes, 7.1 from IMDb and 75 from Metacritic. And my rates to this movie is 8.5. It's better to watch this film in Spanish with English subtitle and I highly recommend it to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please tap the subscribe button, then send it to your friends. If there's any question, any mistake or any suggestion, please let me know. Love you all. See you soon.